LULO CAFÉ is a man who knows all about the sounds of soul and how to get the party pumping. But recently, he played the perfect host and took Provo Belong to two of his favorite spots, where the boys literally sat back and enjoyed the view from the top.
He's the man who sets the dance floors on fire, and he makes some of the edgiest and best vocal house music Mzansi has ever heard. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing LULO CAFÉ.
Hey baby, simple as the time of day, I'll tell you this. Since I met you, all my love I wanna give, feel like I can.
And being one of Mzansi's best house DJs means you have access to the coolest spots to kick it. And today, we get a personal tour of where LULO's favorite cafes are. His debut album saw him taking the Deep House Chronicles brand to new heights in 2009 under the subtitle What About Soul. In 2010, he returned, reviving What About Soul as a solo project. This offering features no less than 13 Deep House masters, tracks that continue to burn up the dance floors. LULO, this is an amazing view. Tell me, how often do you come here?
Okay. In my busy schedule, I try and be here at least like 3-4 times a month, but if I have a meeting request or anything and someone wants to meet centrally, this is the spot.
LULO, now your album What About Soul, why did you call it that?
What About Soul is a series I started. And basically What About Soul was just me realizing the trend that was house music, that was very Kwaito-driven, you know, had a lot of other elements. And for me, it was just that, you know, soul has always been underground, you know. So for me, I was just like, what about soul? Let's commercialize it. I mean, I love the art of DJing. I love the art of producing music, and above all, I love the fact that house music can take from any genre, you know, and on that 4/4 beat you can add any element. So I mean, I love different styles of music.
You guys make it look so easy, man. So is the industry, the DJing one specifically, is it a tough one?
The tough parts are getting in and keeping relevant, you know, and I guess, I mean, it's a general work of just to keep reinventing yourself, you know. With that means I'm gonna introduce my followers to a whole new sound, a whole new something. That's a risk as well, which is probably the tough part of it. But I mean, it's just how it is, you know. I need to be kept interested. My people need to be kept interested, yeah.
LULO, awesome first spot, but I'm curious to see where else you like hanging out.
There are two types of places that I like to hang out with. It's my chilled out spot here, and then obviously I work in the club, but also, I mean, there's a club that I mostly enjoy to go to and hang out, that I don't just play and leave at, you know. So it's up in Sandton, so let's go there and see what it's about. Cool.
As a DJ whose career is skyrocketing to success, it's no wonder rooftops are his place of bliss.
See what you find. Life is often lighter than we make it. Then we make it.
LULO, you obviously have a thing for rooftops. This is a very nice spot.
Tabu Sandton is probably one of the best looking, slickest spots in Joburg. On a clubbing night, there's 2 dance floors, the ground being hip hop and the upper level being house music. And right where we are right now is perfect for an afternoon setup, pool, chilled out, no jeans, shorts, everything like that, yeah.
I noticed that you are constantly on Twitter. Do you consider yourself a Twitter addict?
The thing is, I'm always alone. So I mean, obviously at most times when I'm home or I'm just around waiting somewhere, I'll always tweet about my experience or whatever. And I think obviously the best thing about it as well, I get to interact with people that love what I do, or people that just want to chat in general, you know.
Do you think it's important to use Twitter to stay in touch with your fans?
Yes, it is. I mean, I guess even all sort of social media platforms, also Facebook as well. But I mean, on Twitter, it's more interactive and immediate, yeah, for lack of a better word. And I think they also value it, that you respond to them at times or whatever. I mean, they get a sort of different side of you.
Where to from here? Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Okay, everything I do will still evolve around music. But obviously now, the goal is to establish a record label that kind of brings up like talent, you know, talent that nobody expects. I mean, from just my experience with people I've worked with, Notende, and young people like Mino, Cleve, Terrence, Mauritian. You know, I've drawn a lot from them, and I've kind of seen where my path wants to go, because now they brought me their elements, I brought mine, and it just, you know, it just made one thing. So that's exactly where I want to be. I'd like to actually establish a record label that kind of brings out that.
It's the passion for the music that keeps this mover and shaker rising to the next level. And hey, after today, it seems LULO Cafe knows that the view is always better from the top.